Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, and hello if you are new here. I am so excited for today's video because I'm going to be starting off our home building series. Yes! Finally, we are here. It has been such a work in progress, but I'm so excited to sit down, tell you guys our plans. We actually have plans in place now, so yay! I'm so excited to finally just fill you guys in because I feel like I have been so vague about the whole process, which wasn't intentional. I just didn't really know when things were gonna happen. They would happen and then they would stop, and just with everything shipping wise in the world, it's just been crazy building a house right now. So I thought we could just sit down, chat together, maybe grab a cup of coffee, and we can just talk all things about this home building process, what it has looked like for us on our journey. I'm gonna take you back a year ago. Guys, we are out at our new property. I am so excited. Brooksy, are you excited? Yeah, this has been in the works for quite some time now, and we just closed on it last week, so we are so pumped. This is like our dream property. We just are so excited. So one day we will have a house out here, and I'm not sure the timeline or anything, but just know that that is going to be in the works. We're just going to be working on the driveway this summer and just getting it all started, and then hopefully next year, if all goes as planned, we will be starting to build. So I'll take you guys around and show you a little bit, but we are just so excited. We're gonna have a little picnic out here tonight. We just brought the truck out. I'm gonna make a post for Instagram. I just think it'll be really fun. So Taylor mowed out here today and it looks so good. So we figured we better jump on the chance to show you guys before it grows up. Literally a year ago, we bought property. I'm trying to remember the date. I had looked it up on my phone. Okay, here it is. I took a picture of Taylor and I out at the property right after we closed. I'll insert it here on the screen, but that was April 27th, 2021. So that is when we purchased this land. When we bought our property, we had been looking for a couple of months. We knew that we eventually wanted to buy land. We wanted to build a home one day. We didn't really have plans on it happening this soon, but we found our dream property. And I do have a video showing all about the property, and I even show you guys a little bit of what it looked like whenever we first bought it. So I'll insert that video down below if you want to go check it out. I guess that's technically the first video in this home building series. We've been looking all over our area in different towns for the perfect land that had some acreage with it. We wanted at least 10, but hopefully a little bit more. And it's just so hard to find land, just like it's hard to find houses right now. It's just a crazy market. We had seen a for sale sign at this property, but it said pending, and it had said pending for a couple of months. So we figured, well, it's sold. And then we called and they said it was pending, that they, you know, were going through the closing process. So we thought it was done. And then I just happened to drive by one day and I didn't see a pending sign anymore. So I thought that was kind of weird. I also don't ever drive out that way. It's not close to our house. It was definitely out of the way to go look at it. So I called Taylor and I was like, maybe we should call the realtor, just see if it's back on the market. It may or may not be. So he did, and they had just listed it back on the market that day, like literally hours, which I thought was a total God thing that I just happened to drive by and see it on that exact day. So we were like, okay, can we see it? Because from the road, there's like a deep ditch and then there's thick woods, and you can tell that there was like a pathway where maybe a tractor could drive back to the fields to cut hay or whatever. Wanted to see what the rest of the land was, because all we could see was a big ditch and a tree line, but we knew that it was a lot of land. So anyways, we got an appointment to go look at the land, and we went out there, and they had 4 other showings in 2 days. So we were like, oh man, now we're gonna have some competition if we like it. And we went out there, and you guys, we had looked at probably 3 or 4 other properties, and this one was just it. We were just in love with it from the get-go. We loved the layout of the land. We wanted to put a basement in whenever we did build a home, and the layout of this land was perfect. It's beautiful rolling hills, but not too steep. We knew we could work the ground to our needs for our family and what we want to do with the land one day. It was perfect. So we prayed on it, we talked about it, we were ready to put in an offer. So the next day we went back and seen it again. We were like, can we just come back and just see it one more time? And they let us, and we made an offer, and they accepted, and the rest is history. So that was back in April, so April 27th, May 1st, we had a little picnic out there, and we showed it to Brooks. Taylor bush hogged all the fields down, and they looked so good. There was green grass everywhere, and it was so pretty. So the rest of the summer was pretty slow with the property. We put a driveway in, which was a huge undertaking because it is super long. And I say super long, maybe it's not to some people, but for us, we are used to being in a little subdivision where we'd have not very much driveway space. So to have this huge long driveway, for one, was a dream, and we have like a tree line over it, and it kind of goes over a little creek, and it's just so pretty. So we had to put a culvert in, we had to put lining down, we put rock down. We've had to continue to keep putting rock down because the land just isn't settled yet. After you do all the dirt work, like he had to lift the whole driveway up. Had a guy come in with a semi and just all these like dirt working equipment. He worked his magic. He cut the hill down, he lifted the driveway up, he got the land ready to put the house on. So that was amazing. So in the fall is when he started doing the dirt work for the land. So we put the driveway in the summer, and then in the fall we started on prepping the land. Then we started looking at house plans. And that was the fun part. You guys know me. I love house stuff. I love designing and decorating, but picking out a house plan is a whole another level. I just felt so overwhelmed with trying to decide on one thing because I had been pinning different homes and house plans on Pinterest for years. And when I went to go look at them, for one, my style just changes and keeps evolving. So I wanted something that was timeless, that could change with any sort of style, but I also wanted something that was functional for our family and would meet our needs, and we wanted it to be a certain size. So trying to find all those things in one house plan was so hard. I'm not even gonna lie, it was so hard. We aren't going through a general contractor. Taylor is acting as the general contractor, and we are hiring everybody out. So we're doing a custom home. We could pick out a house plan and then just tweak it however we want, or we could draw it up entirely. I mean, the options were endless, and that almost made it harder. We first set our budget and then started looking at house plans, and then would price everything out and see what it would cost to build that specific house. We would tweak it. Basically what we did was we picked out one house plan. For years and years and years, probably since I was a little girl, I had always wanted a wraparound porch, like a full wraparound porch, at least on the front of the house. And I just love that look. I thought it was so beautiful. So we were looking at houses that had full wraparound porches, and that's what I thought I wanted. So I found one, and this is what it looked like, but it wasn't the colors or anything. We would change all of that. We would put our touch on it entirely. You can literally customize every little piece of it, but the structure of the house we liked, we loved. at the time. We took it to our architect and he drew it all out. He did all the things. He made all the changes for us and we got it back, and somewhere along the line, and I don't know how this happened, the house ended up being way bigger than what the plan had shown. And I don't know what happened there, but it caused me to just stop and really look at it. And again, we had gotten our quotes on the house and it was a little bit higher, definitely on the higher end. And when you're building a home, you want to have some wiggle room because one, prices are constantly changing, and two, you're gonna want to upgrade some things. I knew that we were like maxed out on our budget, and me and Taylor both just kind of felt like maybe this isn't it. We sat on it. I started looking at other house plans. If you're looking at other plans, you know that you're not 100% sold on that one. And we finally made the decision to scratch that plan and start from square one. And that was really hard because that set us back like at least a month, if not more, because getting it to the architect, getting all of the quotes and the prices, it just takes time. But overall, I am so happy that we did. So I was looking through Pinterest again, of course. It would take me to different home sites that had house plans, and I came across this one plan. I think actually Taylor might have found it first, and it was the size we wanted. It was the layout we wanted, and it could easily be adjusted to have a basement underneath. And we were like, okay, this is it. It was in between like 3 or 4 houses. Then we narrowed it down to 2, and then we ultimately picked this one. We took that to our architect. We made so many changes. I think I'm actually gonna do a full in-depth video showing you the house plan, showing you exactly what we changed. Maybe I'll even have Taylor hop on here with me to just chat about it. He's very attention to detail. He'll remember like the 2 feet that we took off in the bathroom, where I'm probably not gonna remember that. So once we found the house plan that we loved, we got it back from the architect. Everything was perfect. Perfect. It didn't have a wraparound porch. I'll go ahead and insert a picture of the house plan that we chose and what the house is gonna look like. So here it is. It's a 1-story modern farmhouse, very timeless house plan. It has a small porch on the front, and we are putting a large vaulted ceiling in the back, looking out over the property. It's gonna be so pretty. I'm so excited. And then we are doing a partial walkout basement. We debated on doing a full walkout basement, but with how the land flows, it just wasn't gonna work out the best way for that. And I also really love having a very large back porch. I don't like decks. We had one at our last house, and I just prefer concrete or stone, just something a little more substantial than wood. So I really wanted to have a big just patio situation in the back. We've got our back porch, we have our walkout basement. It's gonna have a big pad of concrete where Brooks can play. We can have more patio furniture down there if we want. Once we got our house plan and we got quotes and prices, we got our construction loan, everything was good, ready to rock and roll. We had our house plan, we had our quotes. So now it's time to order. So last fall, again, this was months ago, but that's just how it is whenever you are building a house. It just takes a lot of time. So we ordered our windows and all of our doors because they were 24 weeks out. Like, okay, let's go ahead and order them. So we went in, picked them out. We had to get every single size. We took our house plan in from the architect and we ordered everything. I mean, everything. It took hours picking everything out, picking all the doors out, exterior doors, interior doors, everything. But we wanted to make sure we had them in when we were ready to put windows in. After we did that, we started getting quotes on contractors to dig our basement. We also looked at the best materials to do our basement because, as you guys know, wood is really expensive right now and probably won't ever go down. Hopefully it will. It's not looking like it so far. It has gone down a little bit, but definitely not what it used to be. We ended up going with this styrofoam form instead of steel forms, and they were so cool, so amazing. I have a whole separate video already filmed, ready to show you guys the whole digging the basement situation and like more vlog style footage. of all of that going in. That was so cool to see. But last November, we dug out our basement. We had the same guy who did all of our dirt work. He came and dug it out. We laid it out. Taylor, my dad, and a couple concrete guys, and a few guys from work all poured our basement in, I would say, 2 weeks. We did have a fiasco in there that set us back a few days, and I'll share that in the video. It was wild. So it took a little bit, but got the basement done. After that, we just listed our home. We did for sale by owner, and we had one offer. We accepted. A few weeks later, they backed out. They decided to build a house instead of buy one pre-existing, and then it was back on the market. We showed this house probably 20 times. I'm not even kidding. Yeah, it was a lot of cleaning. I really thought our house would sell quicker, but it didn't. Sometimes that's just how it goes, and I knew that we just had to trust that God had the perfect family for this house that was going to come in and make it a home that we could pass it along to. More to come with all of that once we finally are closed and everything, but we are so close to saying goodbye to this home, so that's gonna be coming really soon. Okay, I feel like I have rambled for a long time, so if you made it this far, thank you for sticking around, but that is pretty much the gist of what's going on with our home. The next step is framing and seeing the house actually go up. We also have built a pole barn, and we are building an apartment in the barn to live in while our main home is getting built. So we're moving out of our house now, the house you see me in right now, into our barn apartment. And again, I have videos showing like behind the scenes, vlog style, putting all of this up. So that's what you're gonna be seeing next is the basement. You're gonna be seeing the barn going up. I'm gonna show how I save space going from a full-size house into an apartment that is 760 square feet. It is very small, but it's very cozy, and we're excited to be in there and be on our land. We just have so many dreams for it, and we are so excited to take you on the journey. We plan on getting some animals out there, and I'm so excited. I don't know what that will be. We've thrown around a few different things. That is going to be a hobby farm, maybe start out with some chickens. I can have a huge garden at our house, not this year because we don't have any grass right now, anywhere close to the house with all of the dirt work, but eventually, like I said, not gonna happen fast, but we are so excited and so grateful. Can't wait to just see what this land has in store for us. I can't wait to build our forever home, to watch Brooks grow up here, hopefully grow our family, just have some room to be and explore and be outside. Again, I know this video was long and I apologize, but I wanted to just catch you guys up and just sit down and have a chat. So that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Just seeing what is going on with the house. I know you've been waiting and wondering when it's gonna happen, and it finally is, and I'm so excited. So stay tuned for videos to come. Like I said, this is a whole home series. I will link the playlist down below in case I have multiple videos already up and you're watching this like later. Then when it was posted, you can watch all of them back to back and see the process of all of this coming to life. So thank you guys for watching this. I'll see you soon in my next one. Bye, friends.